because Black Friday shopping starts any moment now, right? So hi and welcome. My name is Gayle and welcome to my Bodacious channel where we're all about not letting life get in the way of living. And it is early morning Eastern time. My watch has stopped. Okay, good thing I've got another one coming, right? Okay, that was actually one of the survival tips that I was going to mention, is having a smartwatch ready to go so you can keep up with the time, the steps. You can answer your phone without having to dig it out of your pocket and all that fun stuff. So we're going to talk about Black Friday survival tips, some of the things that you can pack that's going to help make your Black Friday go a little bit more smoothly. And we're going to talk about your general plan of attack. So which stores are you hitting first? Why? What deals you absolutely have to have? And more. Hey, welcome in. I see we've got some watchers. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the live stream. And join the channel if you have not already done so. So, I am out of town and I'm staying in a hotel because since I wrecked the van, I have to do hotels, so no more van life for a while, right? Not until I can get another van and get it all wired up with solar and everything again. I know, right? I miss it. And it would be great to have it for Black Friday because then I could just fill it up. Well, the main thing is I'm shopping for hurricane kids. So I should say hurricane youth. Survivors of Helene, because I guess you can consider my area of Appalachian to be like hurricane land or something. I don't know. But good news, we do have a home that's been placed. And I've talked to another couple and they are getting started on building their home, or rebuilding it, I should say. They have to go in and they have to level it, but we've got a team that's coming in to do that. So hopefully, like right after Christmas, they'll be able to really get started on that and start breaking ground. So that'll be exciting. But I'm one of the ones that get to shop for the teenagers. And luck of the draw, I got the boys. So that's what I'm doing out here. Yeah, yeah. I know nothing about teen boys, but that's who I'm shopping for. And I just got some great tips. So any other tips for shopping for teen boys that you want to pass my way, I really would appreciate that because I don't know what to buy them. I can survive Black Friday, but what do I get? So, yeah, no, gaming gift cards, I have no clue. And I don't have much of a budget either. 14 teen boys. Yeah, but anyway, it's going to be fun. I know, it's going to be fun. I also want to thank some of you all have sent toys for the hurricane survivors, and I really appreciate that too. Yeah, I know. All right, so let's talk about the general plan of attack for Black Friday. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to research your deals. I hope you've already done that. If not, what are you waiting for? Oh, you're from the UK. Okay, you get a pass. Okay, so, but first, if you're not from the UK, plan your deals. Figure out exactly what items you want, what are your must-have items that you can focus in on. But I will say that sometimes you have to adjust on the fly. And when you get to a store, do not hesitate to whip your phone out and check the price. It takes a few minutes, I know, I get it, but it can really pay off big time. So how I know it can pay off big time was the Black Friday when I really made my husband wonder what on earth I was doing. And I wanted to buy my daughter a KitchenAid mixer. That was the big thing. So we go to Lowe's, right? And I looked at this mixer and I'm like, they've got the same thing at Walmart. So, yeah, I went over to customer service there at Lowe's, Black Friday. Everything is packed except customer service. They were actually a little slow because people are shopping. They're not bringing things back yet, right? That's for the day after Christmas. So I'm looking at the mixer. I step over there. I ask the folks to double check for me because I thought Walmart had the same mixer. And boom, they did. So what happened was Lowe's price matched that mixer, and then I got 20% of the difference back. So this mixer that was almost $300 wound up coming down to close to $200. I would not have known that had I not known what I was looking for and known the price and had the courage, or my husband said insanity, to go over to customer service on Black Friday morning and ask him to check that price. But it saved us almost $100 for me to do that. So that's why I'm saying when you go shopping and you see a price on an item, don't hesitate to whip out your phone, okay? And some companies will match those prices. So what do we got here? Hi, Dawn, welcome. And Innocent Alien said hi, welcome. Appreciate you coming by this morning. Where are you from? Are you here in the U.S.? Are you going to be tackling the Black Friday madness here in a while? Let me know. Drop that down there, because I'd love to know where everybody's from. So, going back to what I just said about whipping out your phone, don't hesitate, because some companies will even price match. And you may find a situation where the same company that you're standing in has a better deal online than they do in the store. And that's happened to me. And I've gone over and asked them to price match themselves and gotten the price match and a little bit of difference back, which is totally crazy. But, so that's one tip. Another thing that you want to do is really plan for the weather. And I've talked about these online before. I freaking love my USB rechargeable hand warmers. If you're going to be out in the cold on Black Friday, you really want these. I hope you have some. If not, ask for your Christmas stocking. And I know I didn't take the sticker off. I never do. So these are by the Rat. You hold that up so you can see it. And they get really warm. You can put them in your pocket. Like with me, my thighs are always cold, so I just drop them in my pocket. If I've got on gloves, I'm going to put them in my hands. I've had this on for just, a few seconds because you just saw me turn it on, and it's already heating. I love these things. But you can put them anywhere you're cold. So I love those. So those are the USB hand warmers. I did just look right before I did the live stream, and Amazon has some for like $7.99. You're not going to do better than that. I mean, like last year, I still paid more than $7.99 for them. And this is my second set. So I love them. My husband and I actually fight over these. That's why I had to get a second set. Go figure, right? I also strongly recommend, if you're going to be out on Black Friday, pack a snack in your bag, whether you've got a backpack or hopefully a crossbody bag, because if you're standing in line for something and you start getting really hungry, then you're going to get hangry, and that's not the time. You don't want to get hangry on Black Friday because it's a stressful day, and that adds so much to the stress. Hey, I want to thank everybody that's in here. Appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. So pack a snack. A pack of crackers is super easy. And if you're going to go and you're going to like stop for gas or somewhere, Pick some up from a gas station if you don't have some, but definitely have a little something with you, or a protein bar or something like that, because you'll appreciate that later on. Funniest joke, somebody just, okay, I just got a flag saying, talk about the funniest joke you know. Gee, I don't know what that one is. I really can't think of any. I can tell you something funny about my dogs, but that's about it, and I don't think anybody wants to hear funny things about my service dogs. But yes, they do get funny sometimes. And they will be going with me tomorrow, and that's something too that I want to mention, is if you have a service dog with you, make sure you prepare for your service dog. So basic stuff. Make sure you have the water bottle. Make sure you have the bowl. Make sure that they've got what he needs. If he or she is going to be out on sidewalks that may have salt, make sure you've got something that you can wipe his paws off with before he gets in the car, to try to get the salt off of his paws, because it can collect and it can actually make his paws sore. So you don't want that. So make sure you plan for that, and you would be surprised at the number of people who don't do that, and they can get into problems that way, and you don't want anything like that on Black Friday. And the other thing is, make sure you have his gear or her gear, and you have everything all together, all right? So make sure you have that. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's something that's really important too, and I think that's important for Black Friday. It's one of the big Black Friday tips that I strongly recommend for anybody, and that is, make sure that you have a bag that's big enough to tuck these things in. Preferably, I really suggest a crossbody bag or a fanny pack. It just depends on whatever you want. If you do have a smaller bag, I really recommend one of these silicone collapsible water bottles. You've seen me talk about these, I know. These things are great because they fit so small into your bag or backpack. And if you don't have one, this is brand new, I just bought it for my husband. But if you don't have one, just grab a water bottle or some kind of, reusable bottle if you have one. Just something that you can fill up. And that's one of the reasons why I like the collapsible ones. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. So, see, these little things are just small. And I ordered mine off of Amazon. I order everything off of Amazon, like these little USB hand warmers. But this thing just folds up so small. And this one is designed to where it rolls up on itself. And I like that it's got the carabiner, so I can clip it onto my bag. Now, if I don't have a bag, and let's say I'm just using my cell phone, then this goes on my service dog's vest, and he can carry it. But it's just super easy to have. It's compact. All you do, there's a little tab here, and just open the tab, and it will get where you can open it up and fill it up. So I really like these. They come in different styles. So you can get, whatever color you like. They come in different sizes. So if you want an 8 ounce or 16 ounce, you get the drift. There's a bunch of them. Amazon's got everything, right? I'll stick this back in the box, as well as these. So I definitely wanted to mention that. Now, I have a disability with a mobility issue. I don't walk well. So if you all are listening, if somebody has a disability like that, that's mobility, then plan for it. So on your cell phone, set all of your emergency numbers just in case. Most cell phones have secure safety settings. I'm not talking about the security settings on your phone, but safety settings. I've got an Android. I'm using a Moto Stylus 2025. One of the things that I can do on this phone is hit the button a few times. It broadcasts my location to pre-selected contacts. So if I was to fall or if someone was to approach me, then I can hit that button. And my family gets notification immediately that there's a problem, and they also get my GPS location and little like 6-second clips, video clips, every, I think it's 10, 15 minutes. So I always suggest, to me, that's a really smart thing to do, to have everything set on your phone, especially if you're disabled, but even if you're not, go ahead and set it. That way you'll have it. And let's see. Oh, someone else says I've got a collapsible bottle too. Yay! Good for you. What style or brand do you have? I've just got the little generic ones off of Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $3 or something like that. I got that a couple of months ago. Hey, Grandma Lynn's here. Hi. What are you doing up so early? Or is it late? I know there's a time difference between East Coast, West Coast, so I don't know if you personally consider it early or late. But I am glad to see you. Now, you all that are listening, she does some really neat stuff on her channel. You can go for walks with her, and she does some recipes. She is faith-based all the way, and just a super neat channel. So if y'all get a chance, check her out, all right? She's a moderator here. I can vouch for her. She's amazing. So thanks, Grandma Lynn, for coming in. So, those are a few tips. And try not to get stressed. I mean, if somebody cuts you off, just don't worry about it. It's Black Friday. Crazy things happen. I'm up early. I'm gonna say it's early. I've been looking at some Black Friday stuff, trying to figure out, like which store first and things like that. And just because I'm odd, I kind of pick out my route of which store I want to go first, and I try to peg it to where I'm making as many right-hand turns as possible, because that's a lot easier than trying to cross traffic. Now, Black Friday is not as crazy as it used to be, thanks to so much online shopping and some of the pre-sales and stuff. 12:42 a.m. here. Wow. Yeah, we're a little off, a little different, which is pretty cool. We had someone stop in from the UK earlier, or may even still be here. If you're still here, say hi. So their time, obviously, late morning, I guess early afternoon. So, so one of the tips is just be calm when you are out on Black Friday. Expect the unexpected. Don't expect to be able to get all the deals that you want. Some of the items will be sold out before you get there. And don't get all upset. That's just the way life is, You can't get everything you want all the time, even though on Black Friday we all really, really try to do that. So, hey, got a few more people watching. Thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a like on the video, okay? Appreciate that. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I do lifestyle, travel, and service dog videos, not the van life videos anymore, obviously, since I totaled the van, but, we have the RV, and, I'm out at hotels now, so, yeah. And for me, I think one of the most important things for Black Friday morning is to have the plan of where you want to go and why. And so I left all my notes upstairs in the room, but I actually have a notepad where I have jotted down, okay, Lowe's, poinsettias, Home Depot, tool stuff, because one's always got to look at tool stuff. You know, 3/4 of the time he doesn't buy anything, but like he's got to look, you know? And that's just how it is. He loves shopping like that. So I've got my list. Also, try to schedule your time for lunch and schedule your time for breakfast. You probably won't hit those times, and that's okay. The big thing is that having it written down creates the placeholder so you don't forget. Because yes, you can forget to eat. It happens. It's all right. You're welcome, Grandma Lynn. I'm glad. You have an amazing channel. I'm glad to tell people. Very exciting stuff. So, yeah, I'm shopping for Hurricane Helene survivors this morning. Specifically teen boys. Yeah. So if you have any suggestions, drop those in the comments. So that's my really big thing to go shop for today. And make sure, it should go without saying, but if you're like my husband, you have to remember to leave a little earlier if you have to stop and get gas. That is just the way it is. And if you have to stop and get gas, go to get your little snack from the convenience store that you can just stick in your bag. Don't get hangry on Black Friday, okay? It just adds to the stress, and you don't need stress. You don't need stress, so just relax. And on service dogs, if you do bring your service dog with you, which I hope you do, that's why you have it, but some people don't, just remember to take care of your dog. Remember your dog's needs if you have it with you. The space that he takes up, oh my gosh. Like my service dog that I just got in October, he is a Bernese Mountain Dog, so he's a lot bigger than my lab. So the plus side is he can carry more for me. The downside is he takes up 3 times the space. Normally, that's not an issue. I can usually go into a restaurant when I have my lab, and he could fit anywhere because he went under the table. So normally with my Bernese, it's not an issue. But when you are making your plan for your Black Friday on survival tips, try to pick a place where if you need to, you can eat in the car or adjust in case there's not enough room for your service dog when you go to a restaurant. And I want to toss out a reminder too. In the state of Tennessee, a lot of people don't know it, but in the state of Tennessee, it is illegal to take an emotional support animal any place where they sell food. So if you're going to have your ESA with you in Tennessee, you just need to be aware of that. Okay. Let's see, what else did I have on the list to talk about? Personal safety tips. Be aware of your surroundings, right, you all? We all know that. But on Black Friday, when you're shopping and you're going from store to store and you're looking at your list of deals, you're not always paying attention to what's around you. So make a mental note and remind yourself to do that anytime you go from a parking lot to a store, especially if you're going to be out when it's dark hours. You may not feel comfortable going out to your car sometimes because there may be people around it, or maybe the light went out above your car and so forth. There's just lots of reasons. So if you don't feel comfortable, go inside the store and ask someone to walk out with you. I know you're thinking that, oh, they're so busy. They're going to be busy, probably. But, your safety is worth waiting a few minutes so somebody can walk out with you if you feel insecure or nervous, because always trust your gut, always. So, don't get so focused on all the deals or carrying stuff or the rush that sometimes develops. Don't get so focused on that you forget where you are. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why I strongly suggest the crossbody bags. If you have a purse and you've got a long strap on it, it can become a crossbody bag. And that's because you can keep your bag in front of you and your hands are more free, so you're not fumbling with like keys as much and so forth. So keep that in mind. So be aware of those things. Now, obviously, if you're going to be out on Black Friday, I'm sure that you have already checked for coupons and specials. If not, check. Okay, just take a minute and pull them up on your phone, because sometimes places offer coupons that you wouldn't expect. It doesn't take but a few seconds to whip out your phone, do a search, and check for deals at a particular store and check for coupons. Okay, take that 2 seconds. If it's going to save money, do it. That's the point of being out on Black Friday, right? To save money. And also, I would encourage you, like if there's, let's say you want a specific television set that may be on sale somewhere, have a second choice just in case. I think it's just a prudent thing to do. And don't get so kind of tunnel vision that you forget that other things are out there too. So if the particular item that you want isn't available, if you want a 36-inch TV and the only thing that's available is a 34, put in your mind that it's okay to go to that 34. Now, Grandma's pointing out, lock your items in the trunk as well as you go. Very smart thing to do, absolutely. Leave gifts out of eyesight from strangers walking by your vehicles. Yeah, I actually had that to talk about. I think another thing too, if you can't put the gifts that you're buying out of sight, take a blanket, a tarp, whatever you have, and just put them over the boxes so people won't see what you've just bought as they casually walk by. Because most thieves, from the officers I've talked to in the past, are opportunistic when they break into cars. They're looking for that quick grab. So anything you can do to kind of slow them down is in your favor. So yeah, I mean, Grandma Lynn brought up a perfect point there. And definitely lock your vehicle. That's another thing we forget to do because we get busy. And we want to go in the store and we'll forget to hit that button. Try not to forget. If you are shopping with someone, it's a good idea to bounce off of each other. Hey, don't let me forget to do this. Okay, you're my reminder. Things like that. I do think shopping in pairs or more is the best idea for Black Friday. It just makes it easier. You've got more than one person to help carry bags out of the car. You've got more than one person to laugh with and joke and have fun. And that's, Black Friday is stressful, and so you want to knock the stress out of Black Friday as much as possible, and having people with you that you can laugh with and cut up with while you're standing in line or waiting for somebody, to do something like, whatever. It just makes it more fun and it helps. And that helps de-stress, okay? Two other little suggestions that I have, mostly for women, sorry guys, take your chapstick and take some lotion, because stores, the air is just, it's drier and you're probably going to want it. And guys, I'm not totally leaving you out of that, but just something to have on hand, chapstick and or lotion. So, as we're talking about these things, don't hesitate to do like Grandma did and put your suggestions in the comments. Let's see what else we got. Also, check and see if you have apps for some of the convenience stores like Pilot, Flying J, Loves, so forth. Check your apps for deals. Last Black Friday, I was like shouting for joy, and some of you who have been with me for a while were super, because I found black puffer vests at Pilot, of all places, for $5 each. I was so excited. So I came on live for a few minutes and I'm like, hey, if you guys are going to donate, this is a great time, because, we had so many people in tents after the hurricane that it was crazy. We just got the last people out of tents back the end of last month, so yay. But that kind of deal for those puffer jackets, I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. So the apps can make a huge difference, plus get you the gas savings. And I use Upside a lot. I don't know if you all are using Upside. If you're not and you're in the US, you should use Upside. I have gotten over $100 back this year by using Upside. It's been a big help. And I can put that link down in the pinned comment in a little bit. It's an app that just gives you the rebates. Let's see. Anyway, I got the thing on my phone, and I was like, okay, I was really thrown because I didn't know that Pilot sold jackets or clothes. It's not anything I've ever paid attention to. But when I saw those vests, I was so excited. And after I did the stream, several people, threw some money at me so I could buy the jackets. They really made a huge difference. But without the app, I wouldn't have known. And so I bought them all out at one Pilot, and we had to go to another one, and it was crazy, but I got them. Now, that was a surprise. That was not on my list of things to get at all, but because people really needed them, I just sort of went with the flow and knocked some things off my list. So don't be afraid to grab those special deals when they pop up. Because obviously, $5 puffer vests don't pop up that often. So switch it up. Absolutely, switch it up. Hey, we've got some more viewers in here. Thank you. Do give me a like on the live stream, please. Yeah. And I keep looking around my service pups upstairs in the room. I didn't bring him down here because I want him to be nice and rested. It's going to be a big day today. So, my husband and I are obviously not home. We're a few hours away, and we're planning on having a nice lunch and just kind of shop until you drop. See how many toys I can toss in the car. Yeah. I've been checking Amazon too. Amazon has some really great deals on things right now. And if you're going to shop Amazon, please use the shopping link down in my description box, because on some items I might get a little bit of a commission, and that really helps this channel. So, but one of the things, these little USB rechargeable hand warmers, $7.99 on Amazon right now. I paid 10, so it's a really good deal. I found some earbuds earlier that I want to get for my husband, and they were $8.99. Pretty hard to beat that, you know? So yeah, always check. Okay. Well, you all right. So I think I'm going to go back up to the room. It is approximately 4 in the morning here, and I got to get ready to head out pretty soon. But thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a fabulous Friday and you get all the shopping deals that you can for the least amount of stress possible. And I hope some of these Black Friday survival tips are helpful. So if they have been, please share this with your friends so they can take advantage of some of the tips, okay? And they came about because not only am I a Black Friday shopper, but I used to work retail, specifically like at Toys R Us on Black Friday, which was insane. So some of the tips came from those experiences as well. So you all go out, be bodacious, don't let life get in the way of living, and just enjoy your day and your holiday season. And I'll be back on probably a little later today, maybe in the afternoon. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.